Vehicles in Fortnite are something that changed the speed of the game entirely because they allow us to escape the storm and travel much faster. Well, that and they allow us to do whatever this is. Because of the recent additions we've seen with the shopping carts followed by the go-karts, a lot of people believe that this is nowhere near it for the new vehicle additions in Fortnite. And we here at Top 5 Gaming think that may be the case too. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where today we're breaking down the top 5 Fortnite vehicles that could be coming to the game soon. And if you want to do a room in Fortnite, click that like button and subscribe to the channel to help this video accelerate and reach more people, so maybe Epic will see this video and be more likely to add these into the game. Also, because I'll help you name your firstborn child, however many years from now that may be, or if you already have a kid, then we'll work on renaming him. Or if you don't have a kid at all, well, we'll help rename you.
As long as his name isn't Fred!
It's okay, Fred. No one could ever replace you. Except for pre-patch Fred. You know, the one with much more materials. But without further ado, we've got some vehicles to talk about. Number 5, the Hoverboard. Back on February 21st, we got the 3.0 update introducing the hand cannon and the much anticipated hoverboard. Before this, though, we had leaks confirming the hoverboard, and YouTube clickbait went viral confirming that we would see the hoverboard in Battle Royale. Unfortunately, this was not the case, and the hoverboard ended up being an exclusive vehicle for Save the World. Giving you a brief rundown of how it works, the hoverboard is a quest reward item that is constantly in your backpack. Hold down the required button for 5 seconds and you'd pull the hoverboard out and you'd be ready to go. Now, the board itself isn't the fastest vehicle and its turn speed is really slow, but just having the ability to jump around the map on a hoverboard is extremely fun and can be very useful. Just be careful though, because any damage you take will instantly cause you to drop off the hoverboard. Now, seeing as Fortnite have introduced this to Save the World, it's not exactly a stretch to imagine them putting it into Battle Royale. Obviously, they would have to make a few adjustments, but the mechanics for this vehicle are pretty much all set to go. It's pretty much a copy and paste job. However, there will be a few modifications made to fit the Battle Royale environment. For one, it would be an item permanently in our backpack, or else everyone would have one. I imagine them having it similar to the jetpack, an item that could be picked up and takes up one of your inventory slots. Once activated, you can easily switch weapons while still riding the hoverboard, and I'm not sure if it should have a fuel gauge, but that seems like it would make it more balanced. Given that it's not really the fastest vehicle and it turns slow and you instantly get knocked off when taking damage, it won't be exactly overpowered, but it would still make the Battle Royale experience 100 times more fun. I mean, come on, Fortnite. Let us try the hoverboard out already, or at least let us test it out in a limited time mode. What have you got to lose? Just imagine ripping over rooftops and then jumping off, and that being one of the most effective ways to push people. That would be crazy. Number 4, Horse and Carriage. Now, before Season 5 started, Epic Games used the rifts to give us clues to upcoming environments we might be seeing in the future. In Moisty, they spawned a skeleton, hinting at the desert theme we see today, but just above Moisty Mire, near the prison, was another rift spot that spawned in a horse carriage, minus the horses. Looking at the vehicle before the desert in Season 5 buried it, you can see the inside has the potential for at least 4 passengers. The driver area can hold a possible 2 people by the looks of things, but the big question is, if this vehicle is coming to Fortnite in the future, how will it work? Like, seriously, we don't have any horses, so what are you gonna get to pull this carriage in Fortnite? Knowing the trolls at Epic Games, I can easily imagine we're gonna be the horses. Yep, just imagine you and your squad find yourselves a drivable carriage. You walk up to where the horses would be, and it just says press square to enter. You jump into the reins, and you're now the power behind the carriage. It'd be pretty funny if we became pack mules in Fortnite. The only problem with this vehicle is that if it is powered by other players, then it's gonna need at least 2 people to get it going properly. 1 to power it and 1 to drive. So for you solo players, or probably even duo players, considering that I don't think that one person should be able to lug this thing around, but the truth is, we just don't know until Epic Games decides to finally reveal how the carriage will be introduced again. We already have leaks confirming a cowboy theme, so it's just a matter of time before we start seeing it in game. Number 3, the cars around the map. The cars around Fortnite were a curiosity for everyone when Battle Royale first came out, but unfortunately we didn't have any vehicles in the game at the time. Now though, we have our famous shopping cart and ATK. But have you ever wondered what if? What if some of these cars someday suddenly got updated and we could drive them? Maybe not all of them, but 1 or 2 would be much appreciated by the community. Go full Terminator mode in a lorry rampaging through the scenery. deliver explosive ice cream cones to all local players in Fortnite with the ice cream truck, or you can even go full Mad Max with one of the muscle cars. And before you stop me and go, but Top 5 Gaming, these cars have been in the game since the beginning, surely they would have done it by now if they were gonna. Well, just remember, Jimmy, okay, that the shopping carts were also in the game since the very beginning, and were originally filled with junk and undrivable. But fantasy becomes a reality when the community gets hyped enough about certain concepts. So stop complaining, tell your mom, your kids, your pets, your auntie, your uncles to like this video and share it on Reddit. Let's get this to number 1. The shopping cart itself was a fan-made concept that Epic Games also enjoyed, and so they added it to the game as the very first vehicle. Just remember, folks, there are no limits to what's possible until you stop trying. Number 2, the motorbike. Something we here at Top 5 Gaming are starting to notice is the common appearance of motorbike-themed skins and gliders that seem to be showing up all throughout Battle Royale's timeline. This is leading us to believe that we may very well be seeing some form of motorbike added to the game. We had Redline and Burnout introduced in the early seasons, and what I bet you didn't know is that these skins are a reference to a 2009 anime film also with the name Redline. But now we're also getting some new motorbike skins, Whiteout and Overtaker. This can't be a coincidence, can it? Surely Epic Games aren't just trolling us again. Let's hope not, as a motorbike in Battle Royale would be crazy fun. Obviously it won't match the speeds of a normal motorbike, otherwise it'd be almost impossible to stop, but with reduced speed, a motorbike could be easily balanced within Battle Royale. Assuming we'll have a 2-seater motorbike, you'll have a driver and also the passenger who can shoot. Given that you're highly exposed on all sides, it would make sense that even though it can't be superbike speed, it's still one of the faster vehicles in the game. I can already imagine ducking left and right to dodge incoming fire as your 2 motorbike squad lasers in towards the enemy. As for the honorable mentions, honorable mention number 1 is an ATV. Something I'm surprised we haven't seen in Battle Royale yet is an ATV, essentially a quad bike. I mean, they've added in ATKs, so why not ATVs? Similar to the motorbike, you'll be completely exposed from all sides, so it's not exactly something you could say is overpowered, but it would make solo driving a little bit more fun. With a quad bike, you'll be able to fly up the most difficult terrain and you'll be able to outmaneuver most other cars. It's just an all-around fun vehicle. Plus, if they happen to add a passenger seat in the back, not only would that be awesome for you and your duo's partner, but it'll be perfect for quickly switching seats mid-air for that 1-in-a-million trick shot. And for the honorable mention number 2, we've got the hover cart. A current problem at the moment with the golf cart is that unless you get a drift going, when you jump out of the vehicle, it almost instantly stops with no one pushing the pedal. So for those who attach C4 to your vehicle, hoping to jump out early, allowing the car to trail into the enemy so you can activate your C4, they're left a little disappointed when the golf cart suddenly stops right in front of you. But with the hover car, the potential for plays is on a whole new level. Why, you ask? Well, without being too obvious, it's because they hover. Seriously though, it's like driving an ice rink and trying to take right turns is impossible in a hover vehicle. Now imagine you're pushing an enemy team, you drift the car, and as it hits the sideways point, you jump out and use the car as cover as it continuously drives sideways towards the enemy due to its hover mechanism. Want to add C4 to your vehicle without someone shooting it as you charge them? No problem, just stick it underneath the car and away you go. Number 1, the bicycle. Something we have yet to see in Fortnite is a vehicle that they can add almost everywhere with lots of spawn points. So no matter where you are, you can almost always have a chance of finding one to help you get out of the storm and to the next circle. This would encourage players to spend more time trying to engage rather than trying to get as many possible mats and then just randomly encountering someone and getting trapped in the storm. A means of transport that could easily fit these requirements is a bicycle. I know, a bicycle, but hear me out. This isn't a vehicle that'll give you any major advantage. Really, it just travels a little bit faster than your normal running pace. So if it doesn't give you much advantage, what is it good for? Well, imagine you're gliding into tilted towers and you miss all the decent spots. Every building you look at seems to have someone looting it. So what do? You grab one of the bikes lined up at a local bike rack and quickly get the hell out of town without having to walk across a third of the map just to find your first gun, or just leave at that point. It's a means of transportation that makes the beginning of games a lot more practical and will eradicate all those little inconveniences when you suddenly realize you have far to travel without giving you any proper advantage in battle. For all those that play the old Pokemon games, you know exactly the type of bike I'm thinking of, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do add it to the game, purposefully referencing the Pokemon bike itself. But that just about wraps up our list of the top 5 Fortnite vehicles that might be coming soon. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel with push notifications on so you never miss a video. Also, be sure to leave a comment telling us which of these vehicles you would most like to see in the game. I'm really interested to see that. But we hope you have a wonderful day and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.